of the video, as you guys always know, you get to see a full-on view of the mock and what is looking like this week. Guys, this mock just keeps looking better and better. Hey, what is up, everyone? Forever the User. Welcome back to another video. And guys, yeah, we have episode 7 of Building Kashyyyk in Lego. Guys, it's been a while. So, for those of you who have been keeping track of the channel, we have not had an episode of Kashyyyk in a couple of weeks. So, and as seen in that last clip right there, you know, there's a lot of progress that's going to be shown in today, including a lot of greenery, tree, and a few other things. So, I do want to quickly apologize, because of the fact that there has been a lack of videos, and I'm not going to lie, I don't want to make excuses, but I have been really busy at work. As you guys know, I work at Walmart, and I'm pretty much a small assistant manager, and especially during the holidays, especially during Thanksgiving, Black Friday, we are the busiest time of the year. So that has been taking up a lot of my time, and I have been busy with a couple other things. But what little time I have had is gone into this, because basically what I'll do is, okay, well, I've got an hour or extra hour of free time, I'm going to put it to build. So this episode is actually going to be a pretty good one, because of the fact that, like I said, I got some not greenery, but at least the grasslands. I do want to point out, and I'll show you in a little bit, the terrain is not final for the grass, because I still need tiles, plants, and stuff like that. So right now it kind of looks a little bit plain, because it's just plates right now, but again, that's not going to be final. As well as I finally got started on that tree, the Kashyyyk tree, which is something super exciting for me, because that's something I've been wanting to do for a while now. As well as I finished the little spot of water right next to the other CIS tank, as well as a couple other minor things that you guys will see here in just a minute. But I'm super excited. I do have some things to show you, as well as some things to say. But again, if you're still enjoying the series, show some love by smashing that like button, and let's get right on to today's episode right now. Okay guys, so as always, showing you the overview of the mock. So as that first clip at the beginning of the video showcased, like, you know, a lot of things have changed and more progress was made. So again, I do apologize that the lack of videos lately. Again, work has been really stressful lately. Especially with Black Friday just arriving, because it was just the other day, and I do apologize for that. I don't want, you know, videos to slow down, but again, I guess this did happen last year as well, so this isn't like the first time it happened. But with that being said, I do have some awesome things to showcase. So again, I did get some more tiles and some more plates, so I kind of finished up some more sand terrain. I did run out of the tiles and the plates, so I do need to make that order of just terrain pieces, basically just to fill in all this, because from that little point right there and that little point, all this is going to be sand. So, you know, Anakin's going to love that. Anyways, so I did get some more progress on that, and again, it looks great in my opinion. Like I said, I did finish up this little stuff right here, so, you know, it's not different or anything like that. Like I said, this one was going to be farther up on the beach than this one. This was more water. This one's kind of just emptying out of the water. There's only a couple more things to fill. It's basically just 1x2 plates. I just need to put them there, and basically that's done. But I'm just going to say, for the time being, the water is done. And honestly, again, I just freaking love how the water looks. And again, with all the lights kind of shining on it, very glossy, and it looks great in my opinion, at least. And I did get some more of these poles kind of built. Again, these are just kind of the height that I'm wanting to before you make the pod that's going to go on top of it. So that's roughly the height it's going to be at. Again, I still have a couple more orders waiting to actually get the tiles so all of these can match. Now, of course, you have the snail droid, or the CIS tank with the fire kind of blowing up right there. Again, I really love it. Something that you guys can also see, which wasn't in the last segment, is everything in the back here is raised up. Everything's the correct height that it needs to be. Before, it was just gray base plates, and nothing was here. And then you come to this episode, and boom, tree, grass, everything to the right height, I should say. Something that I also really liked is, as you guys can see, you can't see any wires. You can barely see any wires on the actual thing. Basically, what it does is goes right down into the ground, goes over here, and right here you guys see this 2x2 brick. Boom, pull it off. That's the battery box. You can just flip the switch off, light turns off, flip the switch on, light is on, and it just hides underneath these plates right here. Now, of course, this ain't going to be final. Of course, I'm not going to have just a white 2x2 brick just kind of chilling right there. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll build a sand mound right here and that I can just pick up at any moment. Again, the biggest thing was, of course, getting this the grasslands, or the actual green parts of the mock, because that was something I was really excited for, because, you know, as much as I love beach, I also really like the forest part, and I was like, you know what, I'm actually going to outline this, and originally it was just supposed to be outlining. It was just going to be outlining where I wanted it to be. Like, this was the very first one, that's why there's tiles kind of chilling around it. I'll probably pick that up. Like I said, from here till here is all just plain sand. So I decided, you know what, let's start outlining this, and I really like it. It uses a lot. It uses those 1x2 curved slopes, which I really like, especially when you're trying to build it up like the grass is above the sand, and it gives it that nice kind of like lifting motion. And I don't know, I just really like the look of it. And overall, I just like, you know, it's supposed to be, you know, sporadic. It isn't, you know, something that was planted. It's just sand into grass. So I really like how that actually came out looking. Now again, behind this is just going to be grass, forest, stuff like that. And again, we'll go over here. Like I said, this was the same situation, but I remember looking at the plans, I was like, oh snap, well the tree actually is supposed to start up right here. This isn't on the next section, it literally starts right here. Now I want to point out that, as you guys know, that, you know, the edge of the mock is right here, so it's kind of sliced right here. And my point on this is, technically, yeah, this is going to be, well, to scale as best as I can, but basically as large as I can with the space I have. So the idea is, yeah, this is a Kashyyyk tree, but technically this portion right here that's on this base plate is basically 1/4. So the idea is, especially when we move on to the section behind this, which we'll get to shortly, eventually, my goal is to get to that section before the new year, if not starting of the new year. And basically the idea is the other half of this is going to be on that side. So basically the idea is, technically, when this is complete, it's going to be basically half a tree. So, and I want to clarify, don't worry, the tree that's going to be in that far corner, again in the next section, that's going to be a full tree. That's going to be like pretty much smack dab in the middle, or, you know, somewhere in this area basically of the base plates. And so it's going to be a full tree, but this one is basically going to be half of one. Now my point is basically right here is just 1/4, and the other quarter is going to be on that section. And overall, like, even for just 1/4, this is actually pretty big. Like, that's, you know, scaling next to a minifigure, that's pretty round and large towards just a minifigure. And I really do like how, you know, how the tree looks. Now, again, it's making bigger trees. You're gonna have to make decisions on how about it. And I went through it with the slopings, and I actually really like how, especially near the bottom, because I had to give it that kind of roots feel. Because, you know, a tree just doesn't go straight up. You've got the, like, especially for large trees, you have like the roots and a bunch of like wooden things near the bottom that kind of stick out, and then you just go right up. And I really like how this came out. Like, the bottom of the tree looks really nice. And again, it just goes right up, and basically when you get to this portion right here, which is kind of the little grooves right here, the idea is, because this is going to go straight up, and I kind of like the idea of just like doing these like not bubbles, but basically going up, going out and then in, going out and then in, kind of giving it that like rounded tree feel. So I really like it. And again, I would go farther, but I kind of, you know, ran out of time. I didn't want to push the episode any further because I wanted to make sure it came out this week. Plus I'm running low on these dark brown pieces because I have a ton, and this came in a large order at the beginning, the middle of this year. I got a bunch of these brown slopes, and the inverted and the regular. I have a bunch of them, but I didn't want it to just be plain reddish brown, and I really like the mix of the dark brown and the light reddish brown, and I really do like that mix. And so it's going to be continuing going up. My guess is the tree is going to be about, at least the top before you hit all the like leaves and stuff, is going to be about probably around here, if not a little higher, and then it's going to be grass, or not grass, leaves. Now, if you're wondering what's going on in here, because, you know, you have this tree, and most of the time when you're doing something like this, the inside or the hollow part is basically filled with like a bunch of miscellaneous colored bricks kind of holding everything up. But no, this one you've got a little room right here, and this is one of those Easter egg rooms which I just love adding, just for the fun of it. And this one is actually, you know, still work in progress, but you're gonna have Chewbacca's cookie kitchen. I'm not kidding. I thought it'd be funny to have Chewbacca in his own little room inside the tree, basically cooking up some cookies. And the reason behind it was, you know, there's that brand, I can't remember what the brand is called, but those cookies that have trolls, or trolls or elves cooking cookies in trees. And I thought it'd be really funny, or a really funny play on it is a Wookiee cookies being made in a tree. So that's basically what this is. Now, of course, it is not final. I have to make the actual stove, and I have to make the walls going up on it so you don't see all this white behind it. The only reason why I'm using white is because I've got plenty in my backlog of parts. But the idea is there's going to be a wall going up against these. I haven't decided what color I want to use it, because I don't want it to be like a normal Star Wars-y color. I want it to be like a home, you know, rustic feel, like an actual kitchen for Chewbacca right there. Again, I need the oven, and then the idea is the stud sticking out is I'm going to have a ceiling going across, and you know, a light sticking in, that way it shines, because I'd really love to use a light shining down as well as a light in the oven. So that being said, that's why Chewbacca has a little room. But I don't know, I really like the floor design, the floor color. I like using those nougat tiles, because I have quite a few of them on hand, and I haven't been using it. And then Chewbacca's, of course, standing on his little rug, which I need to finish. But other than that, that's that just little room right there. Again, there's going to be a bunch of Easter eggs throughout the mock. They're just fun little nods to certain things. But again, last thing and the biggest thing, other than, of course, getting all these to the exact height, was, of course, the terrain, or the grass terrain. And like I said in that post on Instagram the other day, the terrain is not final, of course, because as you can see right now, it's kind of just plain green. But I do like the idea, like the use of like the brown kind of mixed in for like mud and dirt and stuff like that. So that's going to be same with that one, and same for all the grass over there. It's going to be brown mixed in, so it's not just plain green. But as well as there's going to be more tiles, more stuff in it, as well as, of course, I need to figure out what's grass and shrubbery pieces I want to use, like foliage, kind of throughout this, because it's not going to be it's not going to turn sand and then just plain grass. It's not Naboo, it's Kashyyyk. You're going to have a lot of foliage in it, so I just need to figure out the right pieces I want to use so I can actually cover this all up with foliage. So don't worry, that's not going to be that plain, but I actually, again, I do like it. You know, again, those 1x2 round slopes that just kind of go around the edge. It's, I don't know, it looks really nice to me. It kind of looks natural. As well as I really love the rim around the tree, because as you guys can tell, like, especially in the movie or, you know, concept art, basically the tree actually goes into the sand, and then you've got the grass kind of continue on. And I don't know, I really like the idea of using the sand kind of going up against it and against the green, and then the foliage kind of going up against and stopping right there. I don't know, I really like that. I thought it was a cool idea, and I just like, you know, the overall turnout for that. So with that being said, that is this week's progress. Again, this mock just keeps looking cooler and cooler every new update or every day that I work on it, and I just love how Kashyyyk's coming along. Again, my goal for this is to be done with this section, at least, you know, plated wise, grassland, sand, stuff like that. The tree, I don't know yet, but I hope to be 100% done with this, or at least close enough by the end of the year. That way, you know, that gives me a month and a half, and, you know, and this, in reality, this isn't that much, because again, you have that bit of green grass and then sand. So my next step for this upcoming week is to finish up this little portion right here of sand and dark tan. That way, at least this section of base plates is done. But that's my goal for this week, and hopefully I can make a order for more terrain pieces. But with that being said, let's get out to the outro. Okay guys, so that was this week's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, definitely show some love by smashing that like button, as well as let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of today's update, as well as what do you think of all the progress. Like I said, I did have a lot to show you all, including getting all those base plates in the back kind of up to that level. That took a that took a hefty minute. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because a lot of it was getting bricks stacked, putting a plate on, and then putting the 6x6 plates. Luckily, I had plenty of that from Hoff, so that does help, and that does kind of prove the fact that if you do multiple mocks, you do end up spending less each and every time, because of the fact that, like, I have yet to spend any money on filler or plates other than actual terrain pieces. That's it. So that is huge helpful. Again, doing more mocks and stuff like that just continues to add parts to your collection. But that was the biggest thing, as much as it doesn't seem as that impressive, but it did take a while, and it does look a lot better, because you don't have the beginning of the beach kind of up to a level, and the base plates in the back kind of just nothing on it. So I'm happy all that is up to the correct height, as well as I'm super happy I started working on the grass terrain as well as the Kashyyyk tree, or at least starting it, because that's going to be something that I'm really excited to work on, including the Venator whenever I get to it. Is that Kashyyyk trees are something really cool. They're huge. They're just massive trees that include some really cool scenes. So I really look forward to continuing working on it. Again, I kind of running out of the dark brown pieces, so I'm gonna have to figure something out on that. But until then, like I said, my goal for this upcoming episode is to try and finish off the little bit of beach that is on the first couple sections. That way it's just done, and I'm gonna try and hopefully put in an order for just terrain pieces. I don't know if I'll be here in time, but hopefully I can get that put in. That way I can get in as soon as possible, as well as I'll probably do some more green work and probably start testing out some foliage. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Again, I really do hope you all are enjoying this series, and let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys want to see on Kashyyyk, as well as for little Easter egg rooms like the Wookiee cookies in the back. And yeah, I'll see you stud stackers in the next video. Bye bye.